Port Charles is rarely quiet, and this week, things get particularly intense as Tracy Quartermaine, never one to miss an opportunity to meddle, spots something that sends shockwaves through the mansion and could unravel secrets Willow thought she'd buried forever. Buckle up. This is about betrayal, old wounds reopened, and a cunning plan Willow thought no one would ever discover. Tracy Quartermaine, still sharp as ever despite the decades of corporate battles and family wars, finds herself restless one night. She paces through the halls of the mansion, the shadows of the past dancing on every wall. Her mind races about the family's recent crises, Ned's brief amnesia, Michael's simmering anger at Nina, and the constant tension hanging in the air since Drew returned from prison, hardened and different. Unable to rest, she makes her way downstairs, where she notices something out of place near the French doors that lead to the garden patio, a subtle movement, almost ghost-like. Frowning, Tracy inches closer, her eyes narrowing. She sees a figure near the rose bushes, illuminated briefly by the moonlight. To her shock, it's Willow, looking haunted, conflicted, and strangely out of place at this late hour. Willow, startled, turns toward Tracy, her face momentarily as pale as the moonlight itself. "Tracy, I didn't expect anyone to be awake," Willow stammers. Tracy crosses her arms, the familiar steely resolve in her eyes. "What exactly are you doing here, Willow? The Quartermaine gardens aren't open for midnight strolls to just anyone." Willow hesitates. "I just couldn't sleep. I've been thinking about everything that's happened lately. About Michael, about the family. I thought the garden might help clear my head." Tracy isn't buying it. "Really? Then why are you sneaking around like a cat burglar?" Willow looks down, avoiding eye contact. Tracy's gaze sharpens further, because in that moment, she sees something Willow's trying desperately to hide, an envelope clutched tightly in her hand. "Hand that over," Tracy demands. Willow's eyes widen, panic flashing across her face. "No, it's private. I won't ask again," Tracy says, voice cold and authoritative. Realizing resistance is futile, Willow reluctantly hands over the envelope. Tracy, ever the Quartermaine matriarch, doesn't hesitate to open it. Inside, she finds something shocking, an old letter, unmistakably written by Harmony Miller, Willow's late mother. Tracy reads, eyes moving quickly over the words. The letter reveals that Harmony, before her death, wrote about a secret she'd kept from Willow, something tied to the Quartermaine family. "My sweet Willow," the letter begins. "There's something I never told you. Years ago, when you were just a baby, there was someone connected to the Quartermaines who helped me when I was desperate, but the price was higher than I could have ever imagined. I've regretted it every day since." Tracy's breath catches. She reads on, discovering hints that Harmony once struck a secret deal with someone in the Quartermaine family, possibly Edward or even Alan, to keep Willow hidden from someone who might have claimed her. The letter doesn't reveal everything, but it's enough to spark Tracy's suspicion. Is Willow truly who she says she is? And why is she here late at night with this letter? Tracy demands answers, but Willow remains tight-lipped. "It's complicated," she whispers. "I don't even know what it means yet." "Well, you'd better start figuring it out," Tracy snaps. "Because if you're planning anything that could hurt this family, I will find out and I will stop you." Willow pleads, "It's not like that. I love Michael. I love this family." Tracy's gaze softens for a split second, but the softness vanishes. "Love isn't always enough, Willow. Secrets have destroyed this family before. And if you're hiding something, I'll uncover it." As Tracy turns and storms back into the house, Willow feels her world starting to crumble. The letter she found among Harmony's things had felt like the key to understanding her past. But now it might become the reason the Quartermaines turn on her, especially Michael. The next morning, Willow sits quietly at the kitchen table, the letter in front of her. She debates burning it, but something holds her back. She needs to know the truth. Who in the Quartermaine family helped Harmony?
And why?
Michael enters, cheerful at first, but immediately senses Willow's distress. "What's wrong?" he asks. She shakes her head. "Nothing, just a rough night." Michael isn't convinced, but he doesn't press. Instead, he kisses her forehead and leaves to deal with Yelq business. Willow watches him go, heart aching. Part of her wants to confide in Michael, but fear holds her back. If the truth is as bad as Harmony hinted, it could ruin everything. Tracy, meanwhile, isn't content to wait. She calls an old contact at the hospital archives, trying to uncover anything about Harmony's time in Port Charles and her mysterious connections to the Quartermaines. She also calls Ned, now fully recovered, and subtly questions him. "Did Edward or Alan ever mention a woman named Harmony Miller to you?" she asks. Ned frowns. "No, why? Just a loose end I'm trying to tie up." Tracy lies, her mind racing. The deeper she digs, the more she senses that Willow's past could be entangled with the Quartermaines in ways none of them ever imagined. At the same time, Nina Reeves, still fighting for a place in Willow's life after so many betrayals, overhears part of Tracy's conversation with Ned. Her curiosity piqued, Nina corners Tracy later. "What's going on? What are you trying to find out about Willow?" Nina asks. Tracy rolls her eyes. "It's none of your business, Nina." But Nina can't let it go. She starts her own digging, calling old contacts at the commune where Harmony raised Willow, hoping to uncover whatever it is Willow is hiding. Unable to bear the secrecy any longer, Willow visits Carly at the Metro Court. "Can I talk to you?" Willow asks, her voice trembling. Carly, protective and no stranger to secrets herself, nods. Over coffee, Willow shows Carly the letter. Carly reads silently, then looks up, shocked. "What do you think it means?" "I don't know," Willow says, voice breaking. "But I need to find out. I don't want to lie to Michael, but what if the truth is worse?" Carly, who's been on the receiving end of devastating family secrets, advises gently. "The truth always comes out, Willow. Better it comes from you than someone else." Willow nods, knowing Carly is right, but terrified of what she might discover. As Tracy's investigation deepens, she uncovers something truly shocking. Hospital records that show a newborn, born around the same time as Willow, briefly listed under the Quartermaine name, but later transferred out and re-registered under Harmony Miller. Tracy's heart pounds. Could it be that Willow isn't just connected to the Quartermaines by marriage, but by blood? She considers telling Michael, but hesitates. What if it isn't true? What if the records were altered? She needs proof. Haunted, Willow decides to visit the Quartermaine crypt, hoping for some clarity. Standing among the graves, she whispers to the spirits of those long gone, asking silently for answers. Unbeknownst to her, she's being watched. Tracy followed her, hoping to finally hear what Willow isn't saying. Willow, overwhelmed, speaks aloud. "If I really am one of you, why didn't anyone tell me? Why did I have to find out from a letter?" Tracy gasps quietly, the pieces clicking together. The next morning, Tracy confronts Willow in the living room. "I know what you were talking about at the crypt," she says. "Tell me the truth. Do you believe you're a Quartermaine by blood?" Willow, pale, nods. "I don't know for sure, but I think it's possible. Harmony's letter suggests someone in your family helped her hide me." The room feels suddenly too small, the weight of the past pressing down. Tracy, surprisingly, doesn't explode. Instead, her voice softens. "If it's true, we need to find out. You have a right to know, and so does Michael." They arrange a discreet DNA test. Days later, the results arrive. Willow sits beside Michael, hands trembling as he opens the envelope. His eyes scan the page, then meet hers, wide with shock. "Willow, you're Alan Quartermaine's daughter. That makes you my cousin." Tears fill Willow's eyes. "I didn't know. I swear." Michael is speechless. Their entire relationship, their marriage, their children, now carries a layer of impossible complexity. Tracy, watching, feels a pang of sorrow. The Quartermaine name, always a blessing and a curse, has once again brought pain to people she cares about. News spreads quickly. The family is rocked. Willow, long seen as an outsider welcomed by marriage, is now revealed to be family by blood. Nina, upon hearing, collapses in tears. The daughter she fought so hard to bond with is now not just Michael's wife, but his cousin. The relationship is forbidden by law and by family taboo. Michael, struggling, pulls away from Willow, unable to process the truth. He loves her, but everything has changed. Willow feels her world crumble. The family she desperately wanted to belong to now sees her differently. For all her suspicion, Tracy never wanted this. Seeing Michael and Willow's marriage destroyed by a truth she helped uncover leaves her with guilt. She visits Willow privately. "I didn't do this to hurt you," she says quietly. "I wanted to protect the family. But maybe some secrets really are better left buried." Willow nods, tears streaming. "I know, but I needed to know who I am." Tracy sighs. "You're still family, Willow. Don't forget that." After weeks of silence, Michael meets Willow at the Quartermaine boathouse. "I've been trying to figure this out," he says. "We can't stay married, but I don't want you and the kids to leave the family." Willow's voice breaks. "I don't want to lose you." "You won't," Michael says softly. "Not as family, but we can't be what we were." They embrace, both crying, mourning the love they lost, but accepting the bond they've discovered. In the months that follow, Willow finds her place as a Quartermaine. Not Michael's wife, but his cousin, and the mother of their children, who remain cherished by the whole family. She takes on a role at the hospital's foundation, honoring Alan Quartermaine's memory and legacy. Tracy, in an unexpected act of kindness, supports Willow publicly at an Yelku press conference, calling her a true Quartermaine in every sense. One evening, Willow visits the family crypt again, standing before Alan Quartermaine's resting place. "I wish I could have known you," she whispers. "I hope you'd be proud of me." As the wind rustles the trees, Willow feels, for the first time, that she truly belongs. Life in Port Charles never stops. The town is still filled with danger, love, and betrayal. But for Willow, everything has changed. The journey that began with Tracy catching her in the garden led to truths she never imagined, and while it cost her the love she cherished most, it gave her a new identity she never dared to hope for. And somewhere in the shadows of the mansion, Tracy watches, silently hoping Willow's new place in the family will finally bring her the peace and acceptance she has always sought.